I'm so sorry. Alright. Mr. Kingsley has been mugged. I couldn't get Yo-Yo's words out of my head. King is more than just a colleague. He's your father. You are very different men. But King is... What? He's too old to be your brother, damn it. King is like a brother to me. A man who shares the same point of view. I don't find friendship like that very often in a place like AKSYS. And now that man, my friend, have been attacked. My heart pounded against my ribs. Can't see. Move, mouse! And my wrists as I tore through the hospital's dark hallways and burst into Kingsley's room. You know that's illegal trespassing, right? King! The petty murder of a rabid heart. Oh my. What an ugly bit. That's worse. I don't like that bed already. King was lying on the bed with his arm in a sling. Mr. Lewis was sitting beside him and looked up at me as I ran in. What's going on? Why are you running on the hospital? King, you had me worried, old man. I beg your pardon? You told me you've been mugged. I guess I just kind of assumed the worst. Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry. But as you can see, I'm as fit as a fiddle. You're one hell of a lucky guy, King. The ugly room. God damn it. It looks like the inside of any hospital room. It looked like the cops were as worried about King as I was. They'd stationed a cop outside the door, although I'd managed to rush past him without much trouble. Pictured a VIP here. His arm was wrapped in gauze, but it didn't look like he had any serious injuries. Mr. Lewis. Lewis was holding onto a baseball bat. I had a feeling I knew why. I also had a feeling I also had a feeling I didn't ever want to piss him off. King, you're staying here tonight, right? Look, I'm gonna let you hold on to my back. Anyone gives you any trouble, you just beat the tar out of him. Vincent, I appreciate the concern, old bean, but I don't think I shall require the services of your bat. Talk. King. Degree of injury. I'm just fine, my boy. There's nothing serious. A spot of tea and a biscuit, and I'll be as right as a train. There, I'll be right as a rain. Why right as a rain? The rain is never right. I took a smack to my head and a beating of my arm, but it's nothing I can't handle. I'll be feeling better in no time. But enough about me. I must know, how is your investigation going? What did I want to talk about? Time of assault. It was earlier this evening. I was conducting interviews in the Tripudio district. They dumped me in an alley. Rather embarrassing, really. You'd think a cop who's been on the force as long as I have. Damn it, it's not embarrassing. You're just one old man. You're two young men. I wouldn't be surprised if they're still in their teens. Anything unusual? Well, once they realized I was a police officer, they ran away. They seemed rather shaken up about it. They said they got the wrong guy. They were after Jake. So they mistook you for someone else. That means you're right, Jake. The real target is still out. The real target is still out there somewhere. It was you, Jake. King. And I just about shit brick when the department called me and told me about King. But I should have known this old bastard isn't that easy to kill. Notice anything? Nothing much. But if I find the little bastards who did this bad to me, I'm gonna show them the real meaning of pain. Beat up my friend, will they? That was when I decided to never ever piss Vincent off. Concern. Oh, what is it? Come to think of it, in all this excitement, I missed the game. Are you talking about the baseball? Oh god, I don't suppose you heard how it turned out. Vincent is a real treasure. I had other things on my mind. What? You're useless. Oh, Vincent. I caught the last inning on the radio in the ambulance. I knew I could count on you, King. Before I knew it, they were jabbering on about baseball scores. King's mugging had been forgotten. I was happy it was alright, but seriously, I was starting to wonder why I even worry about him in the first place. He was your best friend. No way. The muggers. King said that they were some underage pugs. The gang unit suspects that they might be from one of the gangs in the Tripudio area. I can't wait to get my hands on those little bastards. Wait a minute. They might be looking for you too, Jake. You better watch out for yourself. Are you gonna use the baseball bat on me too? I press R. Alright, old man. I'm taking off. Be careful, Jake. I'm counting on you to solve this case. I wasn't sure what to think as I left the hospital. Even my cigarette didn't taste as good as usual. The walk back to my office wasn't a short one. But before I knew it, I was sprawled out across my sofa. Did you lock your door? I had just enough energy to kick off my shoes before sleep took hold of me. I was out like a light. Sir, I'm a ghost. You went to bed without changing your clothes again. At least you're wearing pants. What did she see here again? Oh man. That was one time. If you just knocked. I did, sir, for 20 minutes. You look a little tired. How about some coffee? That sounds great. Petunia. I don't know what I'd do without you. One shudders to think, sir. You're a regular laugh riot. Now help me find some clean pants. Oh god, the pants. The pants. God damn it. Now it's going to be stuck in my head. You looked as clean and proper as ever. I knew her long enough to tell that she hadn't had much more sleep than I had. She might not have known King as well as I did, but she was still worried about him. Makeup couldn't quite hide the dark circles under her eyes. The pins. God damn it. My office is one of the few places where I really feel safe. It'll be mugged one day. That can be a particularly valuable feeling when one is concerned they may be the target of an attack. You can't buy this kind of feeling. Well, maybe that's not true. After all, I bought it when I bought the office. Outside, auspicio hum with activity. The people and cars going back and forth about their business. Got there, press the button. Some people have trouble with the noises of the city, but it always just makes me feel at home. I hadn't had a single new client since the beginning of Mary's case. I wouldn't have been able to handle 2 cases at once anyway. But it made me a little nervous not to have something on the back burner. Nice pants. The pants. King got roughed up a bit, but it's going to be fun. That's certainly a relief, sir. The phone call had me worried that it was something serious. Hopefully he'll be out of the hospital soon. I can't imagine he likes it there very much. You and me both. It sounds like it was just a couple of punk kids. No, they're after you, idiot. Even if they get caught, I imagine Kingsley will only worry about them. Yeah, that sounds like him, alright. I doubt he'll even press charges. The cops still haven't found the punks who jumped King. Well, I'm sure they're doing their best. We're still not sure what they're after, but there's a chance I might be their next target. If that is the case, working here could be putting you in danger. So I want you to be extra careful. Of course, sir. I think you broke the lock on the door last time you forgot your keys. Is this the same time as the pants incident? This guy really. I think you broke the lock on the door the last time you forgot your keys, but I'll do my best. You be careful too, sir. Yes. If you like, you can take a vacation for a while. Stop working for me and forget about my pants. I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry. Mr. Hunter, I'm surprised at you. I didn't take this job because it was safe. I understand the risk. I'm here because I want to be. And I want to see your pants. You sure know how to bring a tear to a man's eye, babe. Just keep an eye on it, and I think we'll both get through this without a scratch. With pants on. So what's your plan today, sir? Let's see. I think it's time I met this threat. Mary's old view. No sooner were the words out of my mouth than I realized that I didn't have the first idea of how I was going to find Trent. God damn it. The only thing I knew about him was that he'd been with with Mary before she died. Great. Let me think. Let me have a smoke. I lit a cigarette. There had to be a way how to get a hold of Mary's mysterious bugle. I felt like it was right in front of me. I just couldn't figure it out. Look at their phone, damn it. Is it in your phone? I should have saved it. After a few rings, I heard the man of an excited young man. Mary? I was so worried about you. Mr. Ephraim. Who is this? My name is Jack Hunter. I'm a detective. A detective? Why does a detective have Mary's cell phone? I need to talk to you about that. It's very important that I speak to you as soon as possible. Is there somewhere we can meet? Trent didn't seem to know what to make of me, but after a long pause, he agreed to meet me at La Mer, a coffee shop in Tripudo. What I want to do? Save! Let's save, goddammit, before I make a mistake. Let's start laughing off about pants. Down there, bitch. Ooh, wait the hell, been a pain. Coffee shop. Yes. Don't want to keep Trent waiting. Keep yourself out of trouble, doll. I'll do my best, sir. Be careful. Usually I enjoy auspicious crowds. It's easy for a fellow to get lost in them, which can be very helpful for a private dick. Maybe it was the greatest fire, or the slow drizzle that was starting. Or it was a slow drizzle that was just starting, but the huddled masses just didn't feel like home. I almost felt relieved as I stepped off of the street and into La Mer. The gang must be after you. I arrived at the La Mer, the coffee shop where Trent and I had agreed to meet. I was a little conflicted about meeting the kid. On the one hand, he probably knew Mary better than anyone else. On the other hand, I was probably going to tell him his girlfriend had just bought it. Wait, what? What bought what? What did I want to do? Inspect. La Mer. It's pretty relaxed. It was a pretty relaxed joint. The kind of place where you'd usually see small packs of college kids. Oh, this guy was in college. And she was in the bar. What the hell? What's the world going on? Wait, is that any fun? Oh my god, that's why it was too hot. The fan was out on. I took a look around the room as I put out my cigarette in a nearby ashtray. There was only a handful of customers. But Trent Ephraim. How do you pronounce that damn thing? Was one of them. The customers. I took stock of the customers. There's a fat man, a fellow who was brought over something, a man with a book, and a happy woman. And a few couples as well, but I didn't see as they would be of much interest to me. Talk. Is it a fit man? Is it a concerned man? Maybe the concerned man. Your turn, right? Oh my god, you're so hideously ugly. Are you the detective? That's right. I'm Jake Hunter. How the hell did I know? So how come you have Mary's cell phone? I talked to you about it. So, about Mary. Damn, kid. Look, there's no easy way for me to say this. I told him about Mary's murder. He did the same thing everyone does at first. Refused to believe. But as I watched, the truth began to sink in. And suddenly he was crying. God damn it. Your boy. Trent's moaning and sobbing echoed across the quiet office shop. God damn it, my voice. I'd been on his side of I'd been on his side of this little exchange before, so I kept my mouth shut and gave him a few minutes to get himself together. That's a bit too long, don't you think? I was already pulling out my lighter when I realized they'd probably frown on smoking inside the joint. The kid sure could cry. I told Trent that I'd been investigating Mary's case at the request of the police. Usually I wouldn't tell a third who I was working for, but I figured Trent deserved to know. No, he does not know. You should not. No, bastard. Maybe not the most professional move, but I'm not the most professional guy. So you've come to see me as part of your investigation. Yep. Look, kid. I know this isn't easy for you. I'm running out of options. If you know anything that might help. You're right. I can't help her by crying. I'll tell you everything I can. Just please find the bastard who did this. Yeah. I met her at a party held by my university's hang gliding club. Oh god. Really? To be honest with you, I kind of looked down on her at first, because she worked in a bar. But Mary wasn't like the other girls. She was such a hard worker. Always honest. She was never ashamed of her condition, and she was always so outgoing. You know her condition? She never told me exactly what it was, even after it cost her a good job. She didn't get discouraged. Still put her heart into whatever she was doing. She just recently found a hospital with a new treatment. She said that she might finally be cured. She died. Damn it. She had been going to Eternus University Hospital for a long time. I remember she even had surgery there once. The surgery didn't help with her condition in the long run, so she had just recently started going to this new hospital. Now that I think about it, just a few days ago she sounded upset over the phone. What? She called me at around midnight and told me that her disease was going to be cured, but that she didn't sound very happy. And she seemed to have something else on her mind. I don't know what it was, but she sounded concerned about something. It was the old man. It was the old man. I think it probably had to do with her disease. She had been to the news hospital that day. She didn't tell me what exactly was bothering her. Now that I think about it, that was the last call I got from her. I was so ecstatic that her disease could be cured, I couldn't stop talking. If only I paid more attention to how she was feeling. Damn it. With a great sob, he buried his head in his arms as his body shook with grief. He's not crying already in front of a detective. They're in the bar with college kids. Yeah, he'd seen tears like those on Trent's face before. Oh damn it, why am I pressing that thing? I wasn't going to get anything else out of him. Can I just say goodbye? Kid, look, I'm sure you just think I'm a stupid old man. But I know what you feel. Mary, my burp is so... Gun, thank you. Oh my gosh. Maybe I didn't know Mary like you did. But that doesn't mean I don't want to see whoever did this put away for a long time. What? I mean, I don't want to see whoever did this put away for a long, long time. The girl you told me about was a strong, smart, wonderful person. Now, more than ever, I know I've got to find the person who did this. And believe me when I say I am going to catch him. When I do, they're going to be sorry that they ever heard of Mary Taylor. Whoever killed her is going to pay. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. I don't know what to say. Can I serve the customers first? Maybe this dawned upon me that most of the people sharing La Mer with me were probably only college students. I couldn't help but feel a little old. They can't do anything then. Oh my god, you're gonna get killed. I put my hand on Trent's shoulder. I told him that I'd let him know when I found Mary's killer and gave him a pat on the back for good measure. Poor kid. I picked up my jacket and walked back out on the busy Aspizio Street. I don't know if it was my imagination, but the world just felt a little colder. Outside, I headed straight for Turner's University Hospital. Something about what Trent had said made me think I'd missed something at the hospital. That itch in my brain was telling me that Mary's mysterious condition had a lot more to do with this case than I thought. As I moved my way through the press of bodies that was Aspizio in the daytime, I began to feel like I was being followed. Damn it, it's the gang. It was just a feeling, but after what happened to King, I figured it wouldn't hurt to be careful. Just trying to... Oh god, I need to write this. What? Surreptitiously. Goddamn stupid keyboard. I'm sorry, I keep saying stupid. I keep saying stupid words like stupid, but yeah. As I was trying to surreptitiously look at my shadow, Mary Silver, what the hell? Mary Silver went off. I pulled the cell phone out of my pocket to find another mysterious text message. Be careful. Was it some kind of warning? I slipped the phone back into my pocket and glanced across the crowd, trying to figure out which one of those saps was tailing me. Save, I don't wanna die. I'm gonna get killed, I'm gonna get mugged, I'm gonna get hunted. I'm gonna get mugged. I'm gonna end up in the hospital. I let my eyes drift across the sea of humanity, pretending to be looking for a place to eat. No dice. Well, I hadn't thought it would be that easy anyway. Just like every other day, the streets were clogged with people going about their business. It's going to be tough to spot someone following me in this crowd. Something... Sorry. My laptop crashed earlier and I'm back to it again. Okay. Damn it, why am I lighting a cigarette? Excuse me. Didn't speak. I was ready for a menswear and stopped outside. As I glanced around, I noticed a few people who looked like perhaps they didn't belong. They were usually spread out in the store, so it would be easier for me to spot people. This practical... Never mind, I read that. Shady people. I was about to spot a few people who looked like they were a little out of their place or a little suspicious. A couple of thugs, a pair of high school lovebirds, ew. Two cool couple, busy necking to be following anyone. Maybe serious men. I picked up and examined a pair of slacks as I glanced in the direction of a serious man. He seemed restless, constantly looking back, like for their age was about to match guys who would jump king. What did I look at? Why, the wise guys over the collar of her jacket. I was pretending to be very interested in. It did seem a little odd to find Nostra in the department store, but the more I watched them, the more it looked like they were just shopping for formal wear for a funeral. Oh yeah. Besides, if I knew the wise guys in this city, they had better things to do than tail a small fish like me. Gang members. I peered over a jacket at the two thugs. They looked like they were probably a couple of torpedoes and matched the description of king smugglers. I managed to get a good look at everyone in the store, but I still wasn't sure who was following me. I had to make a decision, but it was a shot in the dark. I figured the group had to be following me to be the... Damn it. Save. I don't want to be wrong. I had to make a decision. It was a long shot, but I had to be the... I decided to keep an eye on the serious-looking young men. I had made my choice. It was time to see if they were following me in another location and confirm my suspicions. Move. I decided to go to the convenience store. I casually walked into a nearby convenience store. Inspect. But I can turn around without drawing undue attention to myself. I can see the serious looking men that I had noticed in the store. I figured I might have made a mistake. Things weren't going well. I was starting to worry I was losing my touch. Should head back to the department store. I could only hope the same groups of people were still there. Too many people in the convenience store. And it only had one exit. My pursuers wouldn't need to come in to follow me. I'd never see them. I didn't think any of them were fine. It would be pretty stupid to get close to a mark. They had been watching me from outside. I got to the department store. They'd have to show themselves eventually if they want to keep on my tail. Looking like Lady Luck was on my side. Fortunately, the same groups I had noticed earlier were still in the department store. convenience store again. I returned to the convenience store. Damn it. I love the convenience. The time, if I didn't figure out who was following me quickly, they'd be on top of me before I knew it. I need to get back to work. I'll walk into the convenience store again. Nope. I'd been so sure. Just a little longer. I'm losing it. I glanced over towards the door as I picked up a copy of People. Sure enough, the torpedo twins were there, looking as suspicious as possible. Looked like I hadn't missed my guess. I already missed it 3 times. Why did I run a look at it? There were only a few people, but it didn't. Never mind. They were clever enough not to stand next to each other. They were still stuck out like a pair of sore thumbs. Looked like they were more used to straightforward wet work. There was no doubt in my mind those 2 saps were following me. What did I want to do? Good question. Where should I go? I walked towards the street I picked out earlier. My shadows followed like an obedient pair of dogs. This was it. Sink or swim. I was hoping they were there to rough me up, not bump me up. I didn't want to take any chances. Pretty soon all our cards will be on the table, and if mine wasn't on the winning hand, it wasn't gonna end well. That's scary. As I walked down the street, I glanced back at my shadow. Looked like they hadn't figured out that I was onto them. Lucky for me, I'd done this enough to know all the tricks. But it did look like this was their first time doing something that required subtlety. They jumped on me when I was ready. I was prepared to make a run for it. Of course, I have no intention of letting them get the drop on me in the first place. Most of the streets of AKSYS are about as crowded as Ellis Island during the potato famine. But once you get off the main drag, things get a lot quieter. Some streets are almost completely empty. Most decent folks stay off the empty streets. But every so often they can come in handy for these idiots. There were still a few people on the street. If I wanted to avoid the scene, I would need to lead the team somewhere else. Back alley. I'd made my plan. If It was time to put it into action. I paused for a moment, then started walking toward an empty alley. Then I had no doubt that the staffs were following me where the goons were woodworking over, and was putting me into an evil mood. These fellows were pretty rugged. I was no pushover myself. I done my best. Hopefully I wouldn't die. So, what did I want to do? I will expect those idiots. Come on. I made my way through the alley onto an abandoned back street. Empty buildings walled us in. There was no backing out at this point. If things went downhill, any call for help would be drowned out by the noise of the city. The alley was completely empty. Perfect place to pick a fight. Really? I heard their footsteps speed up. Looks like they were onto me. Oh great, I'm not good at this. Let's see. Turn around. I spun around. The two thugs had stopped short right in front of me. The guy on the right was tall and looked like he worked out. I got the feeling he'd done this sort of thing before. Often. The other one was a bit more of a fish, but he was still not the type of person you want to run into in a deserted alley. Each one had what looked like some kind of baton. I had fists. My sudden stop must have taken them by surprise. They froze for just a moment. Time to get their faces acquainted with the ground. What did I want to do? Man on the right. He had the nasty sideways smirk of a tough guy who thinks he's pretty hot shit. Of course, it looked like he might have the right to be at least a little cocky. I wasn't looking forward to tagging with him. The man on the left, he was barely keeping it there. He didn't look like much of a challenge, but I had to make sure I didn't let my guard down. Fit. On the right, I caught the torpedo twins by surprise and aimed to take advantage of the situation. The big one was going to be the first to go. Come on, tough guy. I threw a... I don't know any of these things. Uppercut. I lashed out at him with an uppercut. Hey, you're never gonna hit me with that, my opponent. He staggered back on the verge of collapse. Yeah! He took a swing at my face. Well, he wasn't holding back. I dodged to the right. Whoops. His fist got very friendly with my nose. 99, old man. Damn it. Shit. This isn't over yet. I threw straight to the face. Tonk. My fist caught him in the chest, knocking the air out of him and pushing him back. What did I want to do? Wait. Shit. This isn't over yet. I threw a hook. I was just about to throw out the hook when he buried his fist into my stomach. Shucks. I was on the ropes. Things weren't looking too hot. What do I want to do? Shit. This isn't over yet. Let's go further. Let's go back to the uppercut. Wham! Oh, it repeats itself. Okay. Starting to wobble. What did I want to do? I'd had enough. These bastards were the thugs that beat up King. No more Mr. Natnarf. Okay, alright, you little bastards. Time's up. Smack, crunch, thud. Ah! Crack, thump, smack. Help! I'm not alone with you. Yeah. Oh, that's ugly. Oh God, please don't hurt us anymore. I wonder what you look like. Had I overdone it? Well, maybe. But I hadn't much choice. I sat down in the alley across from my groaning assailant and lit up a cigarette. How's your face? I had enough of eating for one day. I figured I'd let them stumble home to mommy. I was pretty sure they could still walk. That's the problem, don't let them walk. Nothing like a little fire to get the blood flowing. You ugly punks. Oh no, you're still fine. What did I want to do? Oh my God, you're still fine. I frisked the small guy to see if he had any weapons. As I was checking his pockets, his eyes strained open and he murmured something I could barely hear. Don't hurt me. I was amazed because he still speak. I was getting rusty. Nope, you're just fine. You're just fine. You're just fine. You're just getting old. I figured I should check them for any other weapons first. Okay. I don't want to take any chances. The big one was out cold. I frisked him to see if he had any weapons. I pulled something white out of his pocket. White? It looked like a folded piece of paper. Cocaine. I carefully unfolded the paper. Sitting in the middle of it was a small amount of white powder. Shit. I folded the paper back up and put it in my pocket. Really? Why you put it... Never mind. The street was empty. Just me and a couple of goons groaning on the ground. Perfect for a little distasteful work. Damn you. Alright then. Why don't you fellas tell me what this is all about? Wait. You don't turn us in. How about you give me the low down on this little job you tried to pull and I'll think about it. Okay. Who did I want to talk to? The one on the left. Why? He suddenly became very interested in the texture of the sidewalk. Looked like he was going to need a little convincing. Oh no. As I reached for one, I saw the tough guy's his lips begins to quiver. Wait, please don't hurt me. And start giving me some real answers. Somebody told me to rough you up a bit. That's it. Somebody asked us to attack you. Why did I want to talk? What did I want to talk about? Client. No, look, he climbed up again. This guy seems to have a trouble taking a hit. Oh, great. I had a collar and pulled his face right up to mine. Right up next to mine. I hadn't thought it was possible, but as I grabbed him, his already pale face got even wider. Who was the joker who asked you to jump on me? He said someone had been asking questions about some skirt named Mary Taylor, see? And that there was some dope waiting for us if we saw to it that the person stopped asking their questions. That didn't answer my question. Ugh. I need to know more about this kind of theirs. Hold on. What do I want to look at? Forgive me. He seemed like he was trying to tell me something. Poor guy. You luck, he climbed up again. I've had enough of this crap. Oh my god, I feel sorry for you. How about King? I started explaining to him how King and I were good friends and how unhappy I was that he'd been beating up a friend of mine. These guys got so wide, I was surprised they stayed in his head. I just want to know who put you up. Who put you rubes up to this? How about you tell me before I do something we'll both regret? Alright. He's from the Salvatore family and... What the? That's it? It's like you shut up immediately after you say Salvatore. That dip. That drugs. Them drugs. You stop talking again. Goodness sakes. I couldn't waste any more time on this punk. Hey, cut the crap. You want to be able to walk out of this alley or not? Alright. Just don't let me take the ramp. The rap. What rap? It's not my fault. Mr. Corso told us to do it, see? We need that dope, see? Oh god, I can't go to prison. What? You know what they do to guys like me in a prison? Really? Mr. Corso from the Salvatore family, huh? Can't tell him. I never told you anything. He'd slip up. Apparently, the consequences were not something he was looking forward to. It turned out to be more useful than I thought. It almost felt too easy. Almost. Got Mr. Corso to kill us. Sure, I'll try and keep your name out of it. Oh, thank God. How am I gonna explain this? I pulled out the cigarette as I watched the man mumble to himself. I'd earned a nice long smoke. I didn't think I was gonna get any more out of this torpedo twins. I'd heard enough. Took out my cell phone and put in a call to the AKSYS police station. Hey, what are you calling the cops for? You're a goddamn snitch. Don't recall saying I wasn't. I can be a forgiving guy, but I've never had a lot of sympathy for any sub that gets himself involved in the drug trade. I leave the nice guy stuff to keep. I pulled out another cigarette and pulled my coat tighter. I pulled out another cigarette and pulled my coat tighter. The city felt a little chilly. While I waited for the cops, I figured I should take a moment to try and organize my thoughts. Great, the thinker's back on. I managed to uncover a number of new leads. Inference time! What I heard from Trent. Mary used to go to Eterno's University Hospital and once had a surgery there. As a result, not sure. Oh yes. No, first hospital did not get cured. That was right. Her disease wasn't cured. So Mary, what did Mary do after finding out her condition or something? different hospital. That was right. She started going to a different hospital. Trent had said the new hospital had told her. Yes. Yes, my eyes are open. That was right. There was a possibility that she'd be cured. Trent had also mentioned Mary's attitude after hearing from the new hospital. How did Mary felt? Concerned. That was right. Trent seemed to think she'd be concerned about something. The reason was unknown. That was right. Trent hadn't known what she was concerned about. After I met with Trent, I'd been attacked by the thugs who jumped King. Who were they? Thugs. They looked like a couple of trigger men, small-time crooks. How many of them were there? 2. Yeah, good to know I could still count. And fight. Why had they jumped me? A request. Someone had asked them to do it. Who asked them? Mr. Corso. Hey, press the button, damn it. Oh, damn it. That was right. Someone called Mr. Corso had promised them drugs if they shut me up. And he is from the Salvatore family. Or Salvatore. I don't know how to pronounce that. It was the Salvatore family. I let my mind drift back over everyone I'd met that day, what they said, and how they'd look. I replayed the whole day in my mind. I felt like I had a pretty good handle on the situation. Just as I was finishing my cigarette, the cops pulled up. I watched Detective Lewis get out of a squad car with a beat cop. He strode toward me, a wide grin covering his face. Good job there, son. Didn't think we'd find the punks who roughed up King so quickly. I gave him a nod and a smile, but my mind was elsewhere. Sure, I managed to nab the men that had attacked King, but I still hadn't figured out who the people behind Mary Taylor's murder were. Who would ever use those thugs to try to silence King and myself and Mary's killer? They were still out there. Compared to them, the chumps on the ground were just small potatoes. I wasn't about to stop until I saw them all in handcuffs. Vincent. Eh? What's up, son? Not over yet. I turned my back on a confused Detective Lewis as I started off down the street, digging my lighter out of my coat pocket. I know where I had to go next, but I wasn't looking forward to it. Then again, not many people look forward to visiting the Salvatore family. It hadn't occurred to me that they might be involved, but after what I had heard from the Torpedo Twins, I didn't see as I had a choice. The family ran the area around the Torpedo District. Everybody left them alone. Other gangsters, small-time crooks, even cops. It looked like Jake Hunter didn't have the brains to leave well enough. But it looked like Jake Hunter didn't have the brains to leave well enough alone. No, he had to walk straight into the lion's den. What the hell was I thinking? Screenshot. So be it continued. To be continued. Well, that's all to me this morning. Oh god, I'm lacking of sleep. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, this is Natnarf signing off. Bye bye.